Hello, my name is George Milton. Welcome to Milton's Messages. I have a couple of poems I'd like to read to you that I hope will inspire you to read the King James Bible and see what you got coming, good or bad. I'd like to take off my hat in reference to the Lord who's coming back with a two-edged sword. Pichu the polar bear is staring right at you. Does he see food or does he see a foe? But what does God see when he looks at you? That's what's important, and that's what really matters. The name of the first poem is called God is Guiding Me. God is guiding me. Good morning. I'm having the time of my life because God is guiding me now in spite of my past behavior. Among many other things, I was raising my voice, acting crazy, and making bad choices. But all that has changed. People be power struggling when they need to be snuggling up to the Lord's word, faking like they love and work for the Lord, but will stick a sword in my back. James 1:26. I will say it again, my friends. You need to mind your wants because Satan wants your mind. God set everything in place for the human race, but they refuse to embrace the real doctrine of the Lord. The mindset to get is obedience to God and think like Him. Ephesians 4:22-24, Philippians 2:5. People are complaining about the heat from the sun. They better obey because when it's time to go to the lake of fire, they're not going to be able to run. I still have fun obeying the Holy One of Israel. There are a lot of counterfeit Christians I know who won't go to the Bible to find out the truth. It will be their loss when they meet the boss, Jesus Christ. Read Psalm 34, for example, and see what is right. Real good stuff in that chapter and see what happens after that. My neighbor knocked on my door. What for? It was not to discuss the Lord. And true enough, it was some Satan inspired childish stuff. Satan hired them and he conspired and they conspired with him. They tried some hocus pocus to make me defocus on God's agenda. Whatever God does here or in heaven is forever, and no one or nothing can alter anything he says. So everyone needs to get scared and prepared. Ecclesiastes 3:14. I'm waiting for my big reward from the Lord. I want you to read the King James Bible and see what that be and act accordingly. My second poem is called Earn Your Reward. Earn Your Reward. Let's see. Where should I start? Oh, yeah, it's not very hard to obey the Lord. And he says he's coming back with a two-edged sword. I wouldn't want the entity coming after me, plus with all this power and majesty. So there is no escape, you see. Having fun now and paying for sins later doesn't sound like a good deal to me. I'd rather do Thanksgiving deals because the other is a sealed doom. Forgive me, Lord, but it sounds like a bad, stupid layaway plan when you have to stand in judgment and don't walk away with no gifts. So I'm sticking with the rewards plan Jesus set up for me. And then I can say the most important thing, my soul. Jesus is the anointed king and blessed sovereign. So you can't be slobbering over and participating in worldly things if salvation is what you seek. He wants the obedient, faithful, and meek. As I stated in the beginning, it's not hard because the devil is doing his part, and you have to do yours if you don't want Jesus' sword displeased at you. The devil is the author of confusion, but guess what? You don't have to be confused, and you or the devil can feel Jesus' shoes, or should I say his sandals. So you better get a handle on it and do what Jesus wants you to do. He left the greatest tool, the King James Bible. You are your own greatest enemy. Read the Bible and see how you don't have to be and what pleases the Lord. And earn your reward that Jesus has sworn to give you before you were ever born. It's the most exciting book you'll ever read and informative. It tells you how to achieve eternal salvation in the Lord's kingdom where immortality is important and you could be judging others and sort out the disobedient who were cohorts with Satan. And that's the God's honest, blatant truth. I'm not trying to judge. All I want you to do is read and see what God has in store for you on the other side of the kingdom. because there is no place to run. It's inevitable, so it's best to do what God expects of you. So if you would excuse me, I have to read my Bible and hope there's nothing I miss because I insist on being with the Lord. Mutual choice, of course. The polar bear doesn't care about salvation, but do you? Please read, like, share, and subscribe. That is all for today. Thank you for listening.